like? How's your family like?
Oh yeah, so like my family, I have half of them living in Accra, and I have some of them living in like different parts of London.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long story, but I'm very close with my cousin on my mum's side, and like she's someone who I talk to if I'm having like ups and downs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's really, absolutely, really, really good,
You need
man.
that family support.
Yeah, that family support. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And you know, like, I've also something random that I want to speak to you about as well. Yeah, you see when you write your music as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
because obviously, like, I feel like music is like, you see when you make music, for example, you're an artist, yeah, and you've got like a pen and a paper, yeah, and you think of something or whatever and you write it and you develop it, and then you take it into studio and you record it. Again, in my imagination, crazy imagination, I feel like it's like magic. It's like creating magic. Something you don't want to say. It's like creating something out of your mind. You put it onto paper, whatever, and you literally go to record it, and it becomes something. Especially if people really, start proper liking the song and really messing with it. So like your writing process, like how is your writing process like? Do you have like different ways of writing, or you've got a particular way? Because some people have got a particular way and
Yeah.
others have got How's your writing? Yeah, how's your writing process
So
like?
with my writing,
Yeah.
so like I would listen to a beat, and then I try to like sound like make like try to write, like maybe I might write a line and then make sure it rhymes, and then I try to like think of a story that I'm gonna write about. So
Yeah. And you see when it comes to like writing different songs or whatever, do you like, does some songs take you longer than others, or are you one of them people that once you're on it, it's like it just all flows out? Do you get what I'm saying? Like how does it work for you?
it takes me a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And quickly, even going back to uni, yeah, I want to say, you see university, yeah, like when you finish this course, yeah, do you have any plans of maybe going back and maybe studying something else? The only reason why I asked randomly, because I don't know why, you give me that vibe of somebody who would probably go back and try to do something else in uni or along those lines. I might be wrong, obviously, but have you thought about that? Like when you finish this music course, maybe doing something else within university again?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good question. So after uni, my plan is to do an internship, so possibly at Sony Music. Yeah.
Some music.
Yeah.
Okay.
I currently work part-time as a retail professional, but within 2 years' time, when I leave that job, I want to like get into like full-time music.
With the music.
Yeah.
You want to be around.
Yeah. And make
Totally
more
get it.
connections. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to like start like working with some big artists. But at the moment I work with artists who are also like emerging, is that the word?
Yeah, up and coming
Up
artists.
and coming,
Yeah.
to work my way up basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Building that connection.
Yeah, building those networks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You said, before we move on to something I want to also speak to you about, yeah? You said something earlier that kind of stuck in my head as well, yeah? About like, because I'll be honest with you, sometimes maybe it's the day I'm having or whatever. Sometimes I like to be on a positive side, to try to see the positive out of certain things. Sometimes, innit? Because I'm only human, innit? So I remember when you said something, but just lingering in my head, yeah? You said something about, like, obviously, I think music in terms of like, is it a black community or certain black people in terms of not wanting to support each other,
there's
whatnot?
no support.
Yeah, there's no support. Because I'll be honest with you, time ago, I used to think the same as well.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like to give certain people or certain like situations the benefit of the doubt, meaning maybe certain things change or get better and whatnot. So for you, like in your reality, in your personal journey, would you say you're still definitely experiencing that like certain people are a little bit, like they don't really want to work together, whatnot?
Yeah, that kind
What do you think is that? Do you think it's a disease or like a mental health issue? Because it's
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Like, what
I
is
get
it?
what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be mental health, it could be lots of different reasons, and just remember it's not about you, it's on them. So Yeah,
That's
and
what I was
they're
going
not
to say. The same
they're not
exact
willing
same
to
thing.
give you a chance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, man.
I once remembered another example. So I met this rapper called Abigail Asante, she did a duo with Ivory and Doll. You've heard of them? Yeah.
Yeah, the name
They-
sounds familiar though.
They were quite popular back then.
Yeah.
They're not together anymore, and I wanted her support, so follow and support me. And she said, "Oh, I don't follow people who I don't know," and I was like, "Okay, you're not comfortable with it, that's fine." But actually, she doesn't mean it. I see her. She follows like big artists, but who you've never, but you maybe you've not met them before.
Of course, I get
I'm not
exactly
gonna get into it
Yeah.
too much, obviously.
Of course.
But yeah, this is just an example.
Yeah.
But yeah, she would give me like advice on like how I can better like develop my brands as an artist, especially through social media. Yeah.
And even one thing that I use for myself. So I'm not telling nobody in this room to do what I do.
Yeah.
But one thing I do for myself is in a spiritual way to protect my energies. Yeah. I try to basically like take, like what we said earlier, take certain people's like rejection or whatever, like personal. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because I feel like for me, years and years ago, I used to waste a lot of energy and a lot of time overthinking about
Pleasing
certain
other
things,
people.
overthinking about certain things.
Yeah.
But now, like I say, honestly, that even though this always sounds fucked up, but it's the truth, nobody owes us anything whatsoever. Even though it would be nice in a proper perfect world, like for us to work with other people, to collaborate. But realistically, even though things should be like that, but nobody owes us shit. So like what I try to do is, like I said earlier, if I get any funny energies from anyone or any rejection or whatever, honestly, I just don't take that shit personal. I just take a deep breath and I say, you know what? I just try to look for little ways of just doing my thing, innit? You get what I'm trying to say? Because like we said, the journey must continue. We must find different ways to still pursue what we're doing. Because think about it, if we keep on like overthinking about these people saying no, what that person thinks, or what that person don't fuck with me, spiritually, this is all energy that we're wasting. You understand?
Definitely,
This is all energy we're wasting.
You're wasting it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rather than man, again, like I said, nothing's perfect in my reality, but sometimes after years of just like going through certain things and realizing this is not helping me, like to save my energy, that's what I do, man. Like